Parents also agreed. They allowed me to do whatever I want to do. Like, they have enough trust that, okay, he'll do whatever he'll do. There are actually different modules. If you are at the center, then it's a three-day residential program. In the end of that, you learn a meditation practice called Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya at Harvard University with Beth Israel Medical University, and basically a lot of people who do it consistently with age, they're becoming more smarter and more intelligent. The scientific research says that practicing it for 9 weeks can make you feel better than an orgasm. You wake up around 3:45, 4
AM.
4 a.m. Yeah. There's guided yogasanas and guided kriyas and everything, and you have learned a lot of things. Tribal sports movement over there. Around 65,000 people participate in that from the nearby villages of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Everything You Should Know podcast brought to you by Bluetick Studios. And today we are shooting at Hopin Cafe, Indore. और आज के जो हमारे स्पेशल गेस्ट है वो है हार्दिक मेहता, जिन्होंने सदगुरु ईशा फाउंडेशन के लिए 8 मंथ्स तक वॉलंटियर किया है. So welcome to our podcast, Hardik.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for that warm intro.
Before we start with the Sadhguru thing,
Yeah.
like tell us a bit about yourself. Ki kaise, like, how did you find this? And
Okay, so basically I was doing my graduation in Mumbai, and over there I just used to read a lot of books and just surfing through YouTube, and just every day in Bombay, living alone is a little difficult, so I used to find some kind of inspiration. Then someday I stumbled upon Sadhguru. I read his book called Inner Engineering, and I used to watch his videos. After reading that book, he talks about a program called Inner Engineering where you learn a 21-minute meditation called Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya.
kya? Ek second.
It's called Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya.
Okay. What does that mean?
It's a kriya. It's a yogic practice, meditation, breathing practice.
Okay.
It's a 21-minute meditation.
Okay.
What was your profile in what
I was in financial operations.
So वो boring था क्या job?
Matlab, it was monotonous. It was monotonous, and I didn't see myself continuing doing that for the next few years.
Somehow it was giving you financial growth. तो फिर क्यों छोड़ा job? और ये यहाँ तो नहीं मिल रहा होगा, I guess.
No, there was no financial
Volunteer.
growth.
Volunteer.
But at this age, I was okay to invest on myself and my well-being instead of just focusing on the financial aspect. My age is 23.
Very good. तो पापा मम्मी ने बोला है कि बेटा जॉब करना ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट.
हाँ, like उनको जब बताया तो उनका क्या reaction था?
मतलब I explained them na the benefits of going over there. Why am I doing this?
और कोई बड़ा है?
I have an elder brother.
तो ठीक है, वो सारी expectation.
Exactly. तो सब उसके साथ ही है. तो फिर I am free to do anything, to go anywhere, to do anything. तो वो sorted था, and parents also agreed. They allowed me to do whatever I want to do. Like, they have enough trust that, okay, he'll do whatever he'll do, and he'll be good at it.
Okay. So, like, कैसे अब process बता, like कैसे हुआ, like.
So I just used to read books and videos, and then I stumbled upon the book, and then the program happened, Inner Engineering happened, and after that things just slowly kept happening. That the program itself was very transformative. Like, it's a.
So what was?
सदगुरु में मतलब क्या जानना था आपको?
हाँ.
I was not feeling fulfilled with my life, like not in terms of.
Were you depressed that time? कि यार क्यों कर रहा हूँ मैं job? मेरे को नहीं करना and all types.
I'm not sure about medically, but yeah, there was a feeling of not being able to do anything, feeling very low, and just not feeling happy. Like, I wanted to feel happy, and I saw there is a way that, okay, some people are experiencing bliss and they're very happy, and there is a way out there. And
so क्या program का क्या process था? और
so this program, the flagship program of ISHA Foundation, it's called Inner Engineering. It's a 7-day program. There are actually different modules. If you are at the center, then it's a three-day residential program, or else in different cities it keeps happening. It's a 7-day program in different cities, and now it's online as well. So basically, Inner Engineering, how do I explain it? Basically, he's offering you tools to enhance your body, your mind, your emotions, and your energy. So he provides you tools in those 7 sessions exactly. In the end of that, you learn a meditation practice called Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya. It's a 21-minute practice. I can tell you my experience and I can tell you the scientific research done on it. I'll tell you the scientific research done on it first. So basically, a lot of universities have done. Harvard University with Beth Israel Medical University and even IIT, I think some IIT has done medical research on it. And they found that doing 6 weeks of Shambhavi can release huge amounts of blood endocannabinoids, which and BDNF, which stimulates your brain cell growth. So basically, a lot of people who do it consistently with age, they're becoming more smarter and more intelligent with time.
Oh.
And this is not just that, but but on like the research shows a lot of things. Basically, your concentration levels, your mental alertness, and your awareness, the ability to focus on something increases significantly. Like 9 weeks of practice can increase it by 80 to 90%. Then it's just not that, but a lot of people who were taking medications for depression or were anxious for a lot of time had some mental health ailment, are able to come out of that very easily, and they have like more. I think 60 to 70% also stopped medication completely just after doing the program. And
So
even
this is just a 7-day program.
this
You
is just
do
a
it
7-day
again and
program.
again,
No, you just learn that practice and then
and
you
you
practice
just keep
it on your
doing
own.
that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was your routine? मतलब सुबह उठ के क्या करते थे? मुझे routine बताओ.
Okay, so over there I'll tell you in a bit about inner engineering, about Shambhavi. So it's just not this, but even for women, I think the research shows that it helped with it helped them with a lot of menstrual problems a lot. So experiencing PMS or experiencing mood swings reduced a lot. And okay, I'll tell you my experience about the program. That a lot of things got sorted mentally, at least for me, and emotionally after the program. Like not getting affected by external situations became easy, but at the same time, you're much more involved in the external situations, but you don't get affected by it a lot. So that is much more. And there's a lot of emotional stability. Like I'm able to handle myself without, there's no friction between myself, like within myself. Like I'm not the problem that much within myself. So that happened, and experientially something happened that when you just sit doing Shambhavi, it's a whole process, 21 minutes. But by the end of it, I practiced continuously for 40 days. After that, I just fell in love with the way I breathe. So that was something which I could not believe, that I was just simply sitting, closing my eyes and breathing, and I felt very good, which I never thought that it is possible, that I can just simply close my eyes and sit, and I'm like the breath is very orgasmic. So that was
sounds weird, but okay.
bit, yeah. But no, so that's
But
what
like,
the research
talking
says.
about the orgasmic thing,
Yeah,
is there a certain level of meditation that helps you get to
that's there.
a level of drug wala high?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the research says, the scientific research says that practicing it for 9 weeks can make you feel the release of chemicals within your body will make you feel better than an orgasm. And it's much better than weed as well, because basically what is weed doing is there are THC particles. They go in your body, you have receptors in your body, they go into that, which is, so this is an external stimuli which should not go in your, like it should not go in your body. Your body can already release chemicals. That chemical is called anandamide, which fits into those receptors, which your body can release, but we are doing it through an external substance, through weed. So you get the same high, not the similar, like not the same high, but you get a high of a different kind.
Do you get a better high?
You get a much better high.
High होते हो but
Meditation.
वाले नशे वाले जो
Yeah, it's not nashe, it's basic. You feel blissful.
Like ultra instinct hai kya? Like kya hai?
You feel blissful, but at the same time, you're much more alert and aware. Like it doesn't lower your senses. Like after weed or after
you feel
alcohol.
happy basically जब ये क्रिया करते
हाँ,
हो
but
you feel
but you're
Yeah.
attentive. Like ऐसे नहीं कि गिर पड़ रहे हो यार.
Yeah, after weed or alcohol, your senses are lowered down.
Okay.
And
तो फिर इसके बाद like लोग सुट्टा वुट्टा तो छोड़ ही देते होंगे ना क्योंकि detox हो गई है body.
if you practice it for 6 weeks consistently, if you're doing it twice a day,
तो छोड़ देते हैं लोग.
so you can
अच्छा.
you can leave.
आपने कितने दिन?
So you haven't been practicing.
किया ना?
Yeah,
अभी भी कर रहे होंगे.
8 months. Not right now. I've not been doing it in the last
So
few
you-
days. Not a break, just some situations. But I'm whatever I can do.
So you
right
just
now.
finished the program, right?
Yeah.
हाँ, like जब when like 8 months का program था, right? 8 months का था. So like you work there daily. Like
Yeah.
how does a day look like at the ISHA Foundation?
Okay.
अगर आप volunteer हो तो.
So you have to you wake up around 3:45
AM.
4 a.m. Yeah.
बाप रे.
Then your day starts by 5:30. Like by 5:30 you have to get ready and you have to get done with everything. 5:30 your day starts. There's guided yogasanas and guided kriyas and everything, and you have learned a lot of things. So your practices, your sadhana goes till 9:30. Then 9:50 is brunch. So there are two batches of brunch.
9:50 AM is brunch.
Yeah.
बाप रे. ठीक
There
है.
are two
हाँ.
batches of brunch, 9:50 and 10:35. So you go for brunch. Once you're done with your brunch, then volunteering starts. So volunteering starts around 11 o'clock.
So
And-
what is volunteering there?
So volunteering, basically there are many different departments for volunteering. There are around 110 different departments for volunteering. So
Like what? Kitchen
From-
and stuff.
yeah, so they have their own kitchen, serving, farming.
Okay.
Then every single thing which you can imagine. There are there are large projects which they have taken, global movements which they have taken, so you can participate in that. Then even locally they do a lot of programs. For example, there's this event called Gramotsam. Basically, it's the largest tribal sports movement over there. Around 65,000 people participate in that from the nearby villages of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and everything. So you can ISHA only organizes it.
So it's like a sports tournament kind of.
Yeah. So that is there. And then
But like what did you volunteer as?
I
क्या-
was
क्या
in the
था?
archives department. So there are many departments, marketing, finance, then the different projects they have taken it. So each department has there. And then there's space management. Then there are programs, yoga meditation programs which keep happening over there. There are even business programs like helping people get insight about businesses and everything. So in a conscious way. And there's this whole movement called Conscious Planet which is going on right now. So all these things, and I'll tell you about the space as well, managing that, holding that space, because that space itself, that ISHA Yoga Center, the space which they have built is very transformative. So yeah, I was under archives. Basically,
Okay.
archives is storing and managing of the data they have, even physically or virtually, whatever data they have. And this is not like, they keep shifting you. The volunteering keeps shifting. You're not stuck at some place. Either if you have some skill, you can apply it over there. If you don't have any skill and you just want to, if you just willing, they'll put you wherever it is needed. They'll put you over there. That's the main point of volunteering. That you don't decide what you want to do. Wherever it's needed, you are put over there.
Okay. So it's not up to you.
Yeah, it's not up to you.
Okay. So then you like कब कितने बजे तक you have
So
to work?
11 to 4 o'clock you are volunteering. Then
Okay.
4 o'clock you do your yoga meditation again. 4 to 6:30 you do your yoga meditation. 6:50 is your dinner.
Okay.
There are two batches of dinner. 6:50 and 7:30 you have your dinner. By 7:30 you're done. Then again you're back to volunteering, which goes until 9. And then by 9 you go back to your stay area, and by 9:30 lights shut off.
So अगर like okay, so this sounds like a very strict schedule.
Yeah.
So if you don't follow this, क्या होता है? Like ऐसा कुछ हुआ है कि किसी ने ऐसे like
So
ऐसा
the
follow
whole
नहीं किया?
program Sadhana Pada is offered for free. It's like your food and your stay and everything over there is for free for you.
Okay.
So if you're not,
You
like,
just have to work.
and you get selected, like around 30,000-40,000 people apply for it, and around
Oh, so you got selected like ऐसा process
So
था?
there is a whole process, interview process and everything, and right now the capacity is 1,000 people get selected for that.
So what do
And-
they ask you? Like interview?
They
हुआ
just
था,
ask
like,
about your life, and they just want to see your willingness towards the program.
कि like if your reason is genuine or not.
Yeah, if the reason is genuine and if you're willing to do, like you'll go over there to do all this, to follow a strict schedule, only if you're willing.
हाँ, but if someone has a lapse or something, and
Yeah, so they support you if there is if medically something's wrong over there. If you're
like
not
सुबह
well,
कोई
they'll
लेट
support you.
उठा तो
Yeah.
वो like अगर 5:30 नहीं आए 5:35 आए या
Once
5:40 आए
Yeah.
फिर
So they have their own mechanisms to wake you up. They'll play drums, they'll play chants and everything, but they'll do that. But at one point, so basically you're going over there for your own growth. So
no
everyone,
like I'm asking for people like there are some people who can't wake up properly.
yeah, even
like,
I had that issue. Like
Huh.
as soon as I went over there, waking up at 4:30. When we used to sleep at 4:30, now you have to wake up
Yeah,
at 4:30.
exactly.
So the starting 1 week was very difficult. But the day is so hectic. By the time you reach your bed, you are dead. Like you want to fall asleep.
And you are not allowed to use phones, laptops.
No, you're allowed to
You're
use
allowed.
phones, laptops, everything.
So people which like work, मतलब वो volunteer नहीं करना चाहते, but they want to involve in that program. तो क्या वो अपना काम भी कर सकते हैं साथ में और सब as in work
So
from
no,
home
this
location?
program is full time. But if you want to go over there at ISHA Yoga Center, experience the meditation and yoga programs, you can book a stay over there, and you can work in your room.
So
and
it
then you can
works
go
as a
experience this
hotel
place.
also.
Workation also people can do.
Yeah, people can do that. And yeah, so there are dormitories, there are proper rooms which you can rent.
So you said ki like the program is not against drugs or whatever. Like like technically it's not against it.
Yeah, like
It's just saying ki this is better.
yeah. So the thing is that they're not. So according to them, drugs or any intoxicant is not good or bad. It's just that it's an external intoxicant.
So why
There is
do that?
Yeah, why do that?
Okay.
Like when your own body can produce. So that's what I was saying, that if you do to take an intoxicant, it basically releases chemicals. What yoga and kriyas are doing is you twist your body. Once you twist your body, certain chemicals release, and
Okay.
you get a similar feeling.
So let's say अगर कोई a volunteer goes to Sadhguru and smokes something.
Yeah.
So what happens then? Like is it
Over
allowed there या
no,
कैसा?
smoking or any drugs are not allowed over there.
Okay.
Just
so what
because
happens if
if
like ऐसा हुआ है कभी कि किसी ने
yeah,
किया
if
and they
someone
got
is
caught or
doing, they'll be
something?
kicked out of that place.
Okay.
And you have to be in the campus all the time. You cannot go out.
Yeah, you cannot go
कभी
out.
भी नहीं, Sunday,
No.
weekend, कुछ नहीं.
No, there's no. Every day is the same routine. There is no Sunday. There's no weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
So ऐसे like rest days नहीं होते हैं like कभी
यहाँ volunteer का मन
या
होता है,
meditation
यहाँ
से you get to the stage कि you don't need
Yeah,
Rest.
you feel like you want to involve yourself into activity more because you're growing in that activity. So you feel like just you want to involve yourself in the activity, and there are no rest days. So over there, I would say full moon days and new moon days, you can consider them as rest days. Rest
How?
days
Why?
because so full moon days and new moon days are energetically significant.
okay.
You can observe that if you are meditative for a long time, you can observe that in your body as well. That on full moon days, you'll have much more energy as compared to a normal day.
Okay.
And there's a very simple logic behind that. That on a full moon day, if you see the tidal waves, the water goes up usually, and our body is 72% of water. So similarly, yeah, that's what happens.
Why did you choose only Sadhguru? Like there is Sri Ravi Shankar, there is Osho.
Yeah.
Then there's
Yeah.
बहुत सारे gurus हैं, तो फिर only this.
So did you like I'm sure you must have, but you researched about this,
Yeah,
right?
so every guru has their own way. Nothing wrong in any other guru or anything like that. And just they are the same people but different ways. And I connected to Sadhguru. And
I did that art of living course for like 5-day kriya, which is called
Sudarshan Kriya.
Sudarshan kriya. So the first time when I did, like it was जो body में से vibration feel होते हैं ना, it feels like कि कोई आपको literally physically कोई current लगा रहा है.
Yeah.
And you cry, you laugh, everything happened. तो ऐसा हुआ क्या आपके साथ जो क्रिया आपने करी है?
Yeah, like a lot of
Like
times.
cry, you laugh, मतलब क्या?
Literally मतलब आपको वो योगा करा के पूरा फिर क्रिया स्टार्ट करते हैं, that same breathing process in and out, पर वो एक टाइमर के साथ होता है कि आपको कितने सेकंड ब्रीथ होल्ड करनी है, देन कब रिलीज करनी है, लाइक दैट. तो जब फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने किया था तब इट वाज लाइक कि वाइब्रेशन इट फील की कोई ने मुझे करंट लगाया, उसके बाद मेंटली पता नहीं क्या और एक ऑरेंज लाइट और पूरा ऑरेंज हो गया. फिर
Is this relatable at all?
आई ट्राइड
Yeah.
अ लॉट. उसके बाद फिर थोड़ी देर मुझे सारी चीजें अच्छी लगने लगी. उसके बाद 5 दिन तक मैंने जो फॉलो किया, ऐसा लग रहा था कि वाह दुनिया तो जादू है, सब कुछ पॉजिटिव है, ऑफिस की कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो रही, घर में कोई कुछ गलत भी हो रहा है तो लग रहा है उसको पॉजिटिव वे में लेना स्टार्ट कर दिया मैंने.
Crazy है.
It happened. बट मैंने थोड़े टाइम के लिए किया, फिर वो प्रोसेस मैं नहीं कर पाई।
That's the thing with a lot of people, that they do the programs, but to have consistency is difficult because you are stretching your body and your mind, so that requires effort. But you have results.
बट वो वैसा क्यों हुआ? मतलब फर्स्ट डे जो भी, मतलब दे डिड ओनली बेसिक थिंग्स, कुछ
Yeah.
भी नहीं किया, दैट जस्ट breathing in and out, बस उनकी
So those things impact your energy, and once your energy system becomes effervescent and becomes powerful, your energy starts slowly moving upwards, and it also releases chemicals in some way, and it makes you feel blissful. So that's the thing. Like over there, if you go, if you're attending a program, so there are advanced programs as well. And if Sadhguru himself is there, and I haven't talked about the space what they have built over there, but if you go over there, you'll see if 1,000 people, 2,000 people are sitting, around 500 people are just crying with their eyes closed over there. They're just blissed and in some different ecstatic state over there. In my personal experience, I can say that the experience of yoga and meditation can make you reach to a state of intoxication which is much more higher and better than weed or any other intoxicant. So
Okay.
yeah.
So
And that is possible. People think it's not possible, that you have to consume alcohol or
it just requires
weed.
consistency.
It just requires consistency. Like 90 days you practice Shambhavi, I'm sure you'll feel like, I'm sure
I'm
you'll
high.
experience something. So yeah.
बात है.
When you say कि तुमको अब एक्सटर्नल चीजों से अफेक्ट नहीं होता है कि ठीक है हो गया, लेट इट गो, बिकॉज हम वो क्रिया करके यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग, ठीक है, इट्स नॉट दैट इम्पोर्टेंट, और हो सकता है कि वो आपको, मतलब आप इतने अभी वो प्रैक्टिस करके इतना समझ आ गया कि हाँ ठीक है ये चीज ठीक हो जाएगी, 2 दिन बाद ही सही हो जाएगा, ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी।
Yeah.
Like काम हो
बट
गया.
एट दिस मोमेंट आप, मैं अपनी प्रॉब्लम बता रही हूँ एंड यू आर सेइंग कि यू आर टेकिंग इट लाइटली, बट फॉर मी आई एम नॉट डूइंग प्रैक्टिस, तो मेरे लिए तो लग रहा है कि यार व्हाई इज ही नॉट सीरियस अबाउट दिस प्रॉब्लम, और ये इस प्रॉब्लम को बड़ा क्यों नहीं कंसीडर कर रहा है लाइक दैट।
No, it's not like that. Like if someone is telling their problem, you know you have come from that state. You have that compassion towards them, that okay, I was in a similar state, and at that state you don't understand these things. But you have to put yourself into it. You have to put yourself into the process of stretching your body and your mind to a limit, and see. That's what I'm saying. That even right now, if I'm saying that like whatever I'm saying till now, you don't have to believe it, but you don't disbelieve it either. Like you all just don't know right now. So you keep yourself at that state. You see for yourself. You try that meditation program. You try some other meditation program from some other crew, and you see for yourself that if that works for you or not.
So coming back to the Sadhguru thing, I want to know, because she asked this question, how is Sadhguru program and everything, his style, different from everyone else's, like Osho and everyone else?
So I'll talk about. So firstly, the misconception we have about gurus in today's generation is that it's like this thing that out of 10 doctors, if 2 doctors are bad, we can't just say that okay, every doctor is a corrupt doctor and everything. So this is what happened with the country, the whole country in the past 200, 300 years, that some gurus were turned out to be corrupt, and some gurus had their whole money game and everything. So now all the gurus are labeled as, they're just making money out of these things, and there's nothing in this.
Baba Nakli hai.
Yeah, and everything. But if you see our culture, our whole culture, in the last 10,000 years, we've had gurus, and people who were intelligent and smart at that time as well. So it's not a scam which is going on since the last 10,000 years, and there is some meaning to it. About Sadhguru, so a guru is basically someone who can, how do I tell you?
Guide you?
Guide you in some sense. Basically, he has reached that state where we have not reached till now.
So he's showing
so
you the
he
way.
can impart that stage easily to us. Like we don't have to do that difficult journey
Discovery
to
wala.
discover it on ourselves. That guru is there, he has reached over there, and he can help us with that. And so that's what people confuse Sadhguru or Osho, Jiddu Krishnamurti, all these people, that they are religious people, they belong to some religion, Hinduism or anything like that. But these are not religious people. Even ISHA Yoga Center, it's not a Hindu place. It's not a religious place. It's a place where you go and you want to grow.
So, coming back to Sadhguru now, as a former financial analyst, what is your opinion on Sadhguru's reported net worth of 55 million or something like that?
Yeah, he
Like,
might be
because
having.
it's a volunteer thing and everything, right? So,
Yeah.
how does that
The
work? Like, how is he
organization
so
needs
rich?
money. Like an organization like that with so many projects, they're funding so many schools there. Like they have their own schools over there. They're funding many schools, the large scale projects, and they, to us, to the upper middle class, they charge money. But if you go to the rural areas, they don't charge any money over there. And the whole space, the centers which are coming up, there's a city coming up in Tennessee, and it's called a yogic city. Then there are centers in Coimbatore, there's a center in Bangalore, there are many centers all over India, all over, all over the world, and there are youth centers coming up. So all that requires a lot of money, and it looks very this thing that okay, these charging so much money, he must be having a lot of money, he's roaming around in bikes and cars and everything, it's just a scam. But once you go over there, then you see the real thing. Okay, money is required, and those bikes and cars are gifted. Most of them, like all of them, are gifted to him, and money is required. Like whatever you say, you go over there and you see, okay, money is required for that, and they're not against money. And spirituality is not against money. It's just that they know that okay, like we also know that money can bring comfort and convenience, and it's needed. But we also know that money won't bring you satisfaction. So to strive for satisfaction and a life of fulfillment, people go over there.
After this course, have you attained that level key now? You don't need to go back.
What is the next plan?
So basically, you learn practices and kriyas over there, and those are lifelong things. Like you practice it every time you do it, it gets better. So you keep continuing them for how much time you want to do. So yeah, that's what it is. So and to go back to that space, I'll keep going back to that space because the space they have created. I have not talked about the space Isha Yoga Center. So it's a consecrated space. Consecrated space means it is energized.
Okay.
So there is this place, there's this, like you can consider that whole place as a temple without any religion, without any god or anything like that. So there's this uh, place over there called Dhyana Linga, which is energized. The process is called consecration or prana pratishta when a person puts his life energies into that form. So that place, if you go over there in that place, if you just sit, if you don't know anything about meditation, if you just sit in that place, you'll be meditative. I've seen people going over there for the first time. They come out just they have come to that place for the first time. They just sat for 15 minutes, and they're all tears, and they are blissed out. So that place itself is very powerful and energetic. And doing this program, I feel personally what personal development and spiritual development I've earned in the last 7-8 months, it would have taken me 6 to 8.
What is the next plan now? Like you have done yoga, meditation, everything. You will do practicing now. But abhi next year, you're going to do jobs. You're going to influence more people to do it, or like what are the future plans?
हाँ लेकिन ऐसे इंस्टा पे इन्फ्लुएंसर तो नहीं बनने वाला है ना.
नहीं.
So what is your future plan?
I'll get back to the business. My family business is also there, and I'm exploring other options. This is what I went for. Like in the brochure of Sadhana Pada, it says you'll get clarity, balance, and intensity.
So you got all these things.
No, like I thought I'll get career-wise clarity over there,
वो
but
नहीं
that did
मिला.
not happen. But once you go, you get clarity of some other kind, which is much more important. Like career, I'll fall for sure. I'll figure out in some time. But
So
that clarity which
in
I
a
got,
way it
mental
helped
clarity
you.
which I got, is very needed for us and for our generation.
Okay. So to end things, I know you have a great story you were telling us earlier. The
About
Baba,
booze?
yeah, the LSD one.
Yeah, about
So what was this story like? Just tell us.
So every generation there are some people who come and have a huge impact on humanity. So like last generation had Osho, Jiddu Krishnamurti, our generation has Sadhguru. Every generation has a person like that. So there was this Baba, which his name is Neem Karoli Baba.
Okay.
If you Yeah, so Steve Jobs wanted to visit that Baba, but he could not reach on time, and that Baba had passed away till then.
Where was he based?
Rishikesh.
Okay.
He has an ashram over there. So yeah, but a very other famous scientist, Harvard scientist, who used to experiment on LSD, and he used to take doses of LSD and see what is consciousness, where has this life come from, where is this life going, what is exactly happening, what is the nature of this life. So he used LSD and other drugs to see what exactly is happening, but he could not reach a state of complete satisfaction. Like every time he took LSD, the next time if he wants to experience something new, he has to take a higher dose, and this became a compulsion. Like there is no, you can't leave that cycle. It's just increasing your dosage and external something. So he was not satisfied with it. So someone told him about this guru in Rishikesh. His name was Neem Karoli Baba. So this guy traveled to Rishikesh in that ashram. So this guy went over there and he was just sitting in front of that guru. So that guru asked him, "What's in your pocket?" So he took out his pocket and he had a plastic bag which had around 6 to 7 tabs of LSD and high doses of LSD.
Yeah, I don't
This
think
is
main
70s.
question.
This is the hippie culture. 70s
70s
or 90s of India. So I think at that time they could
सब
smuggle.
एयरपोर्ट पे इतनी चेकिंग नहीं थी.
Yeah. So that guy asked, so this guy took out the LSDs, and then that Baba, Neem Karoli Baba, told him to give those LSDs to him. So the Baba, he took all those 6 to 7 tabs and he popped it at once.
Baba,
Yeah.
क्यों?
Just to, in a way, to show that person that, okay, this is, so, okay, that person was sitting over there. This guy was, so the Baba, so they were there. So 8 hours passed away. Nothing happened to the Baba. Baba was functioning like a normal person.
बाप रे.
And then.
But
this
like
guy-
how? कैसे?
Kaise we don't, like, even I don't know how it
नहीं, like
happened.
if someone told you the story, like कुछ assumption होगा ना कि like
It's
कैसे हुआ
possible.
था.
There are things which are possible which we don't know. Like we should accept things that, okay, there are things which we don't know. Not that that's what the thing. You don't have to believe it or disbelieve this story as well. But you see, experience it for yourself if something like this is possible or not.
So इतना mental control की कुछ भी चीज affect नहीं कर
Yeah,
पाए.
mental and body, like they had mastery. These gurus, these yogis have mastery over their body, mind, and energies. So they can control the way they are and how their mind works, how their body works. So yeah, this guy popped 7 to 8 LSDs, nothing happened to him, and this guy was in shock that what is exactly happening. And then the Neem Karoli Baba said that, okay, this is nothing. I can make you experience something which is
Far better.
far better than this.
बाप रे.
And then the whole journey started, and that guy is known as, the guy who was sitting, that Harvard scientist, is known as Ramdas now. He's a very famous person, Ramdas. If you know about Ramdas, a lot of spirituality in the West is influenced by Ramdas.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming on this podcast and sharing your journey with us
Yeah.
and telling us about the ISHA Foundation.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you again later
For
on. Yeah. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग आज का एपिसोड गाइस. आज हमारे पास थोड़ा सा टाइम लिमिटेशन था, इसलिए हार्दिक के साथ हम लंबा नहीं खींच पाए, बट हम इसका सेकंड पार्ट जरूर लेके आएंगे. अगर आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन है, कोई भी चीज़ें जानना है रिगार्डिंग स्पिरिचुअल थिंग, लेट अस नो इन कमेंट्स. वी आर गोइंग टू शूट सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ इट. एंड या, do share, like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends. Everything You Should Know podcast brought to you by Bluetick Studios. We are shooting at Hopin Cafe Indore.